Hey Joy family, coming to you with another broker update. I hope everything is going well. Got a couple things for you today, interesting things. Well, one of the first thing that's what's dominating all the news is the election. So that's coming up, I think, in about 2 weeks. We're right here at the end of it. If you haven't voted yet, please get out and vote by all means. You know, it's your right, and that's a unique right here in the U.S. Some places are not allowed to vote, and they can't. So it's a unique privilege that you have. Please get out and do that. The other thing I want to talk to you about the election is that you'll get the question from time to time about what happens to the real estate market depending on who gets voted into office. There's a lot of speculation about what happens to the economy and to the financial markets as a whole, but I'm talking specifically about the real estate market. And interestingly enough, for the real estate market, it really actually makes no difference as to whether or not a Republican or a Democrat gets elected into office. Interestingly enough, Dr. Yoon, who is the National Association of Realtors economist, he's put out pieces about that it really makes no difference as to who gets elected as the president. It tends to be a little more impactful about who controls Congress. And what they have found out that is if Congress and the president are on opposite sides politically, that's usually when the market does the best. The real estate market does the best, interestingly enough. The speculation is there's gridlock in Washington, which then gives a certain amount of certainty to businesses and certainly to buyers and sellers to know that things aren't going to change wildly from one year to the next, so you can make some decisions and move on with your life. Interestingly enough, that's the speculation at least. But you'll get that question. I get that question occasionally. I just wanted to make sure you had a way to answer that so you can tell everybody about that. Another very good thing that has happened here recently is the state has passed a new law that has reduced the number of years required for the rollback taxes. Now, you all you remember from way back in real estate school, and some of you do run into this occasionally, that when you change the tax use, not the zoning, but the tax use of the property from agricultural to any other type of use, commercial, residential, whatever it might be, once you do that, then you're subject to those rollback taxes. In other words, you have to pay 5 years of taxes at the full rate versus the agricultural rate, which is greatly reduced. Well, they've changed that from 5 years to 3 years now. So that's good, and it certainly is better. It's better now. Let's see, I think that takes place 1 January is when that happens. So any tax use of properties that change after January 1st will be under the new rate. So there's something you need to know, because in fact you many times or sometimes will encounter that. So I want to make sure you knew about that. If you have any questions or don't understand, please let me know. Last thing I'll tell you about, I will remind you, I think I told you last time that we have the ability to, if you have investors out there that are looking for funds that they need to do some fix and flips or some buy and holds, and they're just looking for some funds, let me know. We have some sources that we'd like to connect them with. So I want to get that word out to you in case you run across someone and that might help them move forward in some of their plans. So that's all I have for you today. I'll get back to you with another one in another couple of days. Thank you.